Okay, welcome to Unit 10C, which is factoring easy quadratics. When we say easy quadratics, we just mean the ones that don't have lead coefficients in front of them, because there's an extra factor that we don't have to deal with. These are the ones that we usually learn first because they're a little simpler. Let's look at factoring this first quadratic here. We have an x squared minus a 4x minus a 12. That's going to factor down into a binomial, something that looks like two two-term polynomials. And you probably have seen these before in high school. What we need to figure out in order to reverse engineer this quadratic and bring it down into its two binomial components, we need to figure out what two numbers will multiply to give us negative 12 and add to give us negative 4. The easiest way to do that is to start with the negative 12. Let's start with the multiplication because that has a little fewer options. So here are our factors of 12. What numbers can we multiply to get 12? Well, we can multiply 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. There, having completed that table, what combination of those numbers could we add or subtract to get a negative 4? Well, I gotta think it's the 2 and the 6 because if I took a plus 2 and a minus 6, plus 2 and a minus 6, that would give me negative 4 if I added them. And there is my binomial. I've got an x minus 6 from my minus 6 over here and an x plus 2. And if you were to take those two and FOIL them or use the table method or whatever method you use to multiply the polynomials together, you're going to get back the original x squared minus 4x minus 12. Okay, let's look at a different method. Some students like what's called the x method. In the x method, it's very similar steps, but it's a little bit more visual. So if you're a visual person, maybe you like this method a little better. We draw an x, and the first thing we do after drawing our x is we put our two values that we're looking for on the top and the bottom. So we're multiplying to get the negative 12, and we're adding to get the negative 4. And here's on the top and bottom. On the left and right, we're going to have to figure out what numbers we would multiply and add to get those two numbers. So you can kind of play around in your head, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 6 will do it. And in fact, plus 2 and minus 6. And visually we can see plus 2 times minus 6 is minus 12, plus 2 minus 6 subtracted is negative 4. And it gets us the same answer, the x minus 6 and the x plus 2. And incidentally, it does not matter what order you put these in, just like 4 times 5 is 20 and 5 times 4 is still 20. X minus 6 times x plus 2 is the same as x plus 2 times x minus 6. And that is breaking down an easy quadratic.